Welcome. My name's David Watkinson, and I'm speaking about Olias of Sunhillow and its 50th anniversary. And today I've got an interview with Jeff Cummins, who was the portrait artist for the inside of the album cover. And this is an exclusive from Jeff, and I hope you enjoy it. He did works with the Rick Wakeman book and other artistic works regarding Yes, but here we are. It's Jeff Cummins chatting to David Watkinson in July 2026. Hello, Jeff. Good to see you and answering questions on Olias of Sunhillow,
Indeed.
Which of course you were part of back in 1976. So tell me, were you aware of Yes and John Anderson at the time?
Yes to that question. I got into Yes kind of late. In 1970, I went to art school and I bought 3 albums. The Beatles had broken up. It's time, and I used to listen to Radio Luxembourg late at night. So when I had the money for Christmas, I bought 3 albums. One was Neil Young, After the Gold Rush. The second one was Cat Stevens, Teaser and Firecat. Third one was Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And I just got into Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and I thought they were fantastic. Further down the line, I'm not quite sure specifically when, it was that moment where Rick Wakeman was on Old Grey Whistle Test, and there was going to be some salacious documentary on, and they had to cancel it. So everyone turned over to BBC Two, and there was Rick in his cape playing, and I'm going, oh my God, he's as good as Keith Emerson. So I started looking at Rick, and I got, I think it was 6 Wives. Yeah. I bought that. Whether that's before Yes songs, I don't know, but I went to see Yes because Rick Wakeman was in them in Liverpool. And while at art school, the Yes songs triple album was out, and I just totally adored it, absolutely. And the artwork, Roger Dean, fantastic.
So Roger was an inspiration, obviously, and there was probably other artists as well. But back to John, so you knew John through Yes songs, and then we get into the solo period of, late Yes, 75, 76. How did you get a job doing Olias of Sunhillow cover? Well, not the cover, sorry, the inner, the inner portrait.
It might have worked.
John.
I mean, I found out but from a program, one of Rick's programs, where he used to drink in Homer Green in Buckinghamshire, and he was taking the mick out of his band, and my art director in my new job said, that's just up the road on the tube, you can go up there. So I rang the pub and to see if Rick was there, and blah blah blah. Anyway, I ended up meeting the band, some of the band and stuff like that. But I think that led to me going to see Brian Lane, who's a Yes manager, and I said, look, I know you've got Roger Dean, but I'd like to do stuff, some work for you, maybe solo stuff or whatever you've got. So he tried me out with a few things. He asked me to do sketches of the band, headshots and stuff like that. And I did a painting as well, which was a bit dodgy. I think you know about that painting. But it basically came from that. I think I got a call from Brian and said, John wants you to do a pencil drawing of him and his family to go on the cover of his new album, at least part of it. I wasn't aware of how it was going to end up. And we sorted out a meeting which was kind of about probably 10 o'clock in the morning. I turned up at John's place with a camera and photographed him, his wife, and the kids, and the cat and the dog. And from that, I put the drawing together, the first version of the drawing. When I presented it to John. He liked it, but he thought they all looked a bit weary, and it was I was great at following the photograph, and they were tired at the time. He'd been working on the album. He didn't have much sleep anyway, so he said, "Look, I'm going to hire a photographer, Clive Arrowsmith, who was like a really well-known photographer, and I'll get him. We'll go in a bit later in the day and kind of look our best." And so he got this guy to photograph him and the family, and for me to do a drawing from, which is crazy stuff, really. John added a few art direction things based on the first drawing, which kind of ended at the end very kind of sharp and blunt, and he wanted the coat to look like a kind of flowing cape and envelop the family, you know. And so I followed that direction for the second one, and it was much better. I think with the first one, the pencil artwork was quite heavy, but the second one I was very, very happy with. And
the second one was used for inside.
For the cover.
The cover.
When I went out as soon as Olias came out, I went out and bought it.
Yeah.
Rather than wait for a freebie if I
and
was going to
you used just a set of pencils for your work.
Say again.
You used just pencils for your work.
For that, because I'd already done like pencil heads and stuff, and John seemed to maybe I think he quite liked the one of him. Yeah. So I probably got the gig from that.
That's beautiful. That one. It's the headshot is beautiful.
Well, it was nice because I was a fan, you know.
And so, where did you draw that? Where did you actually do it? Where were you living when you drew that?
I think I was probably in where's that place where the hospital is? Oh my God, I can't remember. Northumberland Park or something?
Oh, I don't know. But so somewhere in London was that? Or?
It was kind of southwest London somewhere.
Southwest London.
I was living with my art director and his wife, who took me in, having gone round a load of bed sits.
And did you have an art room, or did you do it on the kitchen table?
No.
Or what did you do?
No, I did what I did at home, and I used to just draw on the floor, basically. I didn't have a board. So I was always on my hands and knees drawing down on the floor.
Oh, wow. So you did that on...
I did that with loads of stuff, yeah. Until I finally got a board later on, because I thought that might be a better idea. So anyway, the second one went down very well. I went off and bought the album, and I saw all this fantastic kind of pseudo, beautiful art,
spacey hippie artwork.
And then there was this tiny little drawing, which now had colour, and I didn't know they were going to colour it. I think I would have, if they wanted colour, I would have preferred to do that. But it was a guy I got to know later on who worked with hypnosis. Hypnosis I didn't know at the time. I knew of them, and they were art directing, I think, the cover, or
they seemed to art direct the cover, and obviously there was a colour artist. Who sort of finished that off.
I'm trying to remember his name. We worked together on a McCartney album as well.
Hypnosis, and you worked on a few other things. Yeah.
But I was thrilled. They even spelt my name wrong, but I got a credit. They put a G in the Cummins bit. But I was thrilled, and I went to my local record shop and bought it, you know. And the guy said, "This is really cool. It's just a cool album." I said, "Yeah, the art was great, isn't it?" But I couldn't resist and tell him that I did the portrait of John, and he was so impressed. You know, and
we were all very impressed.
Well, I was like, I thought, "Wow, this is great. You know, more of this." So that was basically it.
That was basically
really.
It. And you would have taken you days, weeks to. Maybe
Probably a good week.
A good
week,
think. Maybe.
I can do the pencil fairly quickly, but it was quite detailed, and I wanted to make sure all the likenesses were there and stuff. I did work quite big, and obviously it was reduced to sort of like that.
Tiny.
but I think it was kind of like that to start with.
Yeah.
But it was a thrill, because I was working. I'd really gotten into Yes,
Yeah.
started buying the albums, and it was interesting that some of the albums sounded very muted compared to getting used to all those songs on the live triple album. That's how I got to know all those songs.
So I own the first version of it. You're right. Well, the
Right,
second version, I think John Anderson owns, and I think he owns the cover work as well. And so that's where it sort of ended up. And
Right.
so looking back now to your little important and beautiful piece of artwork, what are you thinking? Sort of 50 years anniversary. What are you thinking?
Well, I love the album as well. I just love the album. It was great. John's voice. He's like one of my favourite singers. There's no question about that. And just the way he works with Yes and stuff. It's fantastic. So to be part of that, I mean, was it Steve Rowe did all that lovely kind of ethereal stuff.
David Rowe, yeah.
And mine's kind of like a little piece of it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of proud of it.
Well, thank you, Jeff, for telling your story for the first time. And yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you. And for the second part of the video, I've pieced together lots of pieces of memorabilia from the collection. So enjoy having a look through those with